Two official has been elected as the new leader of the specially administered Chinese territory. Carrie Lam obtained more than 700 votes against less than 400 from the Electoral Affairs Commission to win the election. She is the first woman to become a chief executive of Hong Kong since it was handed back to China in 1997. Lam is widely seen as China's preferred candidate for the post. Her election comes amid accusations that she will push Beijing's agenda to curb wide-ranging freedoms. Lam, however, said in a press conference that she will try to heal divisions and protect people's rights.
Hong Kong, our home, is suffering from quite a serious divisiveness and has accumulated a lot of frustrations. My priority will be to heal the divide and to ease the frustrations and to unite our society to move forward.
Earlier, pro-election reform activists staged a protest outside the main election venue. The protesters called for elections in which people and not members of the Electoral Committee pick the chief executive. They also accused China of meddling in the election. A group of lawmakers pressed election-related reforms in 2014, but they were voted down by pro-Beijing groups. Let's speak to Jason Unruhe. He's an independent media personality and political commentator joining us via Skype from Ontario. Many thanks for joining us here on Press TV. Now, who is Carrie Lam per se? Will she be able to achieve her goal of healing divisions and protect people's rights?
Well, I think that she stands a very good chance of doing so, and I think that she should be given the opportunity to do so. Many see the election of Carrie Lam as some kind of conspiratorial act. To many in the imperialist-controlled media, it seems it's impossible that Hong Kong could possibly elect someone who didn't oppose the splitting up of the nation. But since Lam holds the position to keep unity with the country, it's obvious that Beijing would back her. Just because someone supports the unity of a single China doesn't mean they're a puppet of some government or another. Now, if the U.S. and other imperialist countries allege interference in the election, I challenge them to show evidence of their claim. As it stands right now, we've only got the word of protesters who seem determined to cause division among the Hong Kong population. The claim made by the U.S. media is that China has manipulated the vote is simply facetious. The U.S. has an incredibly long history of interfering in the elections of many countries around the world. The National Endowment for Democracy, a U.S.-funded program, is responsible for interfering in elections all across Latin America and Hong Kong as well. In 2014, a new political party was formed under the leadership of one Joshua Wong, a 19-year-old student. This party was funded and formed by the NED, even though Wong himself was merely a figurehead for Benny Tai and Martin Lee. And Tai's political and academic activity was almost entirely subsidized by the U.S. State Department, with Lee having literally traveled to Washington just ahead of the protests of 2014 to speak to the National Endowment for Democracy to lobby for the aid that he actually received to carry out all of those activities.
Indeed. I'm going to have to stop you there. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. Hopefully, we can discuss this with you further later on. That's Jason Unruhe, independent media personality and political commentator, joining us via Skype from